Well, I guess I have to overclock this thing. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Chamber, and yes, we did get a 6900 XT. Now, this video isn't showing benchmarks. This isn't even an overclock guide. This is just showing what I found was the best way to test VRAM stability without spending time in benchmarks, running a miner like nano miner. That's one thing I tried. Wasn't the best. Now, on a normal 6900 XT, not a unlocked one like the OC formula, this really might not matter. Kinda. They was maxed out at 2150 on the overclock instead of 3000 that you have. You're not going to hit that, but you have way more overclocking potential. I'd say on a normal 6900 XT, just set 2150 in fast timings. That doesn't work. Lower it to default timings, and then if that's still not working, just go down by like 50 megahertz until you stop crashing or having really low FPS. But now let's go to the desktop and I'm going to show you how I tested VRAM overclocking. I also tested this myself on Twitch. Go check me out, twitch.tv/chambertech. Go follow me. I'm going to start streaming more there, like more often. We're going to start talking and everything. It's really cool. Check out the VOD. So here we are on the desktop. Not going to worry about much here. Just the one thing I'm going to say is run basically whatever hardcore game that you really want to try. I am something that's not going to hit your power limit though. So don't try something like PUBG, Metro Exodus. I used actually Call of Duty Modern Warfare. That's what I saw performed the best because it doesn't use an insane amount of VRAM. Like I got it to about 8 gigs, so half of the VRAM that was enabled, but it still was testing it. Now let's just open up Radeon software, and as you can see, we don't have any overclock set. I wouldn't really touch this for right now. I am going to actually set this slider and max out the power limit. That's something I would say to do. Let's look, apply changes. My fans ramp up. I'm also going to set this to default. This is literally normal VRAM. Now let's go into Warzone. All right, I made the FPS nice and big for you guys. Don't worry if the FPS is a little bit low. I'm on slightly unstable RAM and stock CPU. So here's my settings right now, all low. We're not going to want to run. So what we're going to do is we're going to max out the render resolution, hit apply. If you're on a 4K monitor, don't do this. Just run 4K. Just run, and maybe if you're on 1440p, you can do 200 just to get a little more. But we're going to not use streaming. We're going to max out textures. Just going to max everything out. Yes, so make sure you actually do the cache. It's going to show FPS a little higher and also use your VRAM access. We are going to actually have ray tracing on. This actually made sure that the RAM was stable. Kind of shocking, but cool. This stuff, I mean, doesn't really matter, but obviously you might as well use it just to make sure everything is getting maxed out on this GPU. You can already tell that my FPS is a lot lower, but AMD sharpening for you. But we're going to go to a custom game. We're going to do start match. Yes. Custom match. Game setup. Map. I'm going to do shoot house. That's what I've been using. That's what a lot of other creators use to show their FPS. Flex it. Whatever. Game rules. Just set this to unlimited time. Just to make sure that you can make sure you get all of your tuning set in. And we're going to start the match. Alright, we're in the game. Just pick a loadout. Doesn't matter. Oh, perfect. Okay. First of all, just look how disgusting motion blur is. Okay. So, we're literally right at the perfect spot. We're just literally going to go right here. This is where TikTok thinks that I'm staring at the wall. Okay, cool. I'm only getting about 10 probably the same FPS, honestly. It's 4K. So, this is the first thing I want to do. So, make sure that this is enabled and just have these settings. Don't touch anything else. And we see, what's my FPS? We're getting 145, 46 FPS. Okay. So we're just going to enable fast timing. Let's just see how it looks. See what happens. Oh. 147. So we got 2 FPS. Okay, cool. Same stability. So that's stable as right now. You'll know when it's unstable. So we're just going to go 2100. Just 100 megahertz overclock. And boom. Another 4 FPS. We're at 150 now. We are only seeing about 147, 148. So we are getting more FPS. And as you can see, it's very stable. It's typically staying around 150, 151. Not dipping that often. Now let's go back to, oh, nope, not Discord. Let's go back to Wattman. And we're going to do 2150. So this is max that a normal 1600 XT that is not unlocked, like a OC Formula, Gaming Z, Hall of Fame, whatever other ones you're thinking about buying that are unlocked. Yep. So just 2150. This is the max you'll get. The max the slider will go. And we are seeing 151, 52. Perfect. You see? It's dipping literally the same amount of time. No difference. It's more FPS. So now we're going to go 2200. 2200. And this is still with fast timing enabled. Personally, I didn't see a difference between default and fast timing. Like, stability-wise, maybe if you can get more megahertz out of your default, go for it. But just typically stick with fast timing. Oh, we got 2 more FPS. About 50 megahertz is about 2 FPS. That's what I found. I mean, obviously, if you can get that extra 2 FPS, you might as well. Now, 2250. Now, wait. Now, let's see. Oh, 140. Why is this? Well, AMD, and I believe NVIDIA and their Ampere has error correction. This is the error correcting kicking in. I lost 15 FPS. Oh, you can also see it artifacting a little bit on my hand. So you see like right here, you'll see a little, yep, look. Looks like it's a little sword, I guess. I don't know. But this is unstable. Now let's go 2225. Right, 2226. Cool. Oh. Okay, well you see, we got a little bit FPS. We got most of the FPS back, but it's still not as high. This is about where like 2100 was. So I'm like, or maybe no, this is literally just where fast timing was at 2000. So it's not stable. Let's do 2210. Still unstable. Let's do 2104. There's a reason I'm doing this. Let's see what happens when we go to 2204. Oh, FPS is basically back. Now, that's still slightly lower. And also, you're not going to get anything from 4 megahertz. So just do 22. So for me, I'm able to do 2200 on fast timing. Well, it was. This is awkward. Maybe I did default? I don't know. Something happened with the game just now. Because before I was getting that 147, 153. You guys saw it. And still stable. You're not going to get those dips. Oh. What? Maybe just disable the VRAM. Fast timing. Advanced. 2200. This is weird. I've actually never seen this before do this. And we still have the artifact, but the FPS is back to where it really was. And as you can see, the FPS is stable. So once you find your max, just reset everything, set up that max FPS, that max overclock, play your games. Obviously, if you want to, you can do some stability. I'm not going to. There's no reason for me to. I already know it's stable right here. And now we figured out where our memory scaled. If this video did help you, hit the like button down below, subscribe, join the Discord, follow me on my other stuff, because this is what found my max overclock for memory. Literally times why I wasn't even like consistent with it. So I was like, oh, what's the best way? Load up a game. This works on the new RDNA 2 architecture, should work on Ampere. Definitely test this for yourself though on non-RDNA 2. Typically with G6 it'll work though. So, well, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully we'll talk more about some 6900 XT overclocking, doing something with it. If not, I'll figure out something cool. Maybe we'll talk about builds. I don't know. Peace.